Here's my analogy. In a lot of organizations, there's a sales department, and as soon as the sale is made, cut off right now, hand off to somebody else who's going to carry on that relationship. In talent acquisition, a lot of the time, it's like, oh, well, we did the job. We got the talent, we got the new candidate, and now the hiring manager, that team, HR is going to take the experience with that candidate and work from it from there. But that's not what you're talking about here at all.
Well, no, not at all. When you think about our roles as talent professionals, we're in some instances the first point of contact that a candidate has with an organization. Sure, they may see us on LinkedIn or different blogs or in the media, but that first human touch point is typically with the talent acquisition team. So we're selling the organization, we're selling opportunities within the organization. But it should never stop there because you are that first point of contact. And in some cases, you are one of the decision makers for a candidate choosing your organization. It's always in with the candidate, maybe 90 days, or maybe during a 30, 60, 90-day check-in along with the hiring manager, just to see how is the candidate still feeling about the opportunity that they accepted. Because again, candidates are making choices just like we're making choices to bring talent into the organization. You want your candidates, your new employees at this point, to feel good about the decision they made because it's a very important decision in most people's lives. And so, it's always a good thing for the talent acquisition team to stay engaged with that candidate and you collect information on how's the onboarding, how's the department. So there's information that we're collecting at that point when people are really still excited about the opportunity they accepted. They're going to give you feedback on what's great and what are some opportunities for improvement. They still feel like there's a welcome for them to be in the organization. So I encourage my team to stay connected with new hires, no matter what level they are coming in the organization. And in fact, we're in the process of launching a quality of hire survey so that we can also check in with the hiring manager to make sure that we've done a good job in assisting them with bringing in talent. We already do a candidate survey, and that is anybody we touch, either hired or not, just to see what we can do better. And so now we're adding this quality of hire.
So important, the post onboarding learning experience. I keep making analogies to different parts of the organization, but you would never bring on a customer and then just not worry about what the experience with that customer was like. You would never learn from that. In fact, you learn from customer acquisition. One of the ways companies grow is by expanding that relationship. And you bring in a certain customer that fits a certain profile that does better inside the organization. Same thing with talent. If you were never learning about how that talent fit in, not only to that department, not only how did it fit that role, that department, that team, because there's dynamics within the team too. And you're constantly learning. If you're going to be a resource to help grow this company, you have to understand the feedback after the fact.
I'm a true believer that engagement should be ongoing. Typically, companies will do an engagement survey maybe once a year, and at best, maybe a semi-annual. But I think this is something that we should be collecting information on going on. How engaged are our employees? What are some things that we can do to support their development, growth, acceptance, or inclusion? But how do we help our employees feel that they belong and that they can be productive? When we create these opportunities or avenues within the organization, it really supports your ability to have on your social media platform. So not going to your social media marks or platforms like Glassdoor or whatever social media platform that employees use in your organization to share what the employee experience is like. You won't find that as much on those platforms where you see negative feedback. And that's something that we haven't perfected that yet. We're growing in that space in our company where we're creating more of an inward opportunity for employees to express things that we can do better or how they can be more productive or what are some programs or things that we can put in place for people to feel valued and that they belong. And I think when companies really do that reflected on a lot of their social media platforms,